So what's good, TMG fam? It's your boy L and I'm back with another reaction. How y'all feel? Welcome back to the channel. Salute. Now listen, man, when I woke up this morning, I had the realization that it ain't a dream. Everything we dealing with is real, bro. Straight up real, all the craziness. So before we get into the video, man, I want to let you know it's okay to question everything. You should. And remember, this is for entertainment purposes only. Let's get to it.
Have y'all seen this glitch in the Matrix yet? So this leaf is just like levitating in one spot. There's nothing around it that's keeping it in that same spot. This girl picks up the leaf, throws it back in the same spot, and is back to levitating again. Lately, we've been coming across a lot of glitches in the Matrix, but this one right here is brand new and no one can explain what is going on here. I don't see any spider webs. I don't see nothing that's holding this leaf in place. What is that about? Y'all know how in some places there's some zones that you can and cannot go, like the void zones. Do you think this is what this is, a void zone? Like picking it up, put it in the same place, and then when she throws it, it doesn't lay down, it stands up. So I would have thought if it was a spider web, it probably would have laid down on the side on the web, but this thing is standing up once again, y'all. So who can explain what is going on here? Please let us know down in the comments below, because yeah, 2024 is definitely something. But let me know what you guys think about this video and what is making it do this, y'all. This is, yeah, crazy. And like I said, y'all, let's continue to get this shift. Peace and have you.
Listen, I was thinking it was spider web as well. But we all know if you pull something off a spider web, 9 times out of 10, you're going to damage it or some kind of way. So it's not going to be the same. So when she, or whoever arm that is, threw it back, it wouldn't have did the same thing each time, bro. No possible way it's going to do the same thing each time. I don't know what that is.
Get the video, get the video. I'm getting a video. There's this huge thing making a re-entry right now. Huge fireball up in the sky. That's actually sick. It's just leaving a coming from like several times the speed of sound into the atmosphere. It's crossing over the sky. Hold on, I need to get out and record this. Look at that thing. Oh, I gotta record on it. Yeah, it's gorgeous. Look at it. And it only took it like a few seconds to go from one end of the sky to the other. It's like fading off in the distance now. I can barely even capture it. Get the video.
Bro, seeing something like that made me want to go back to bed. Seriously, bro. Like, what is the meteor? Maybe? Trying to shoot at some bell. Is it meteor? Or what? What type of fireball just goes... like, any type of spaceships or rockets or anything from NASA launching or Elon Space Link? Like, what's going on is the question.
Do y'all hear that? What the heck is that sound? Please tell me y'all hear that. Let me look out the window. What in the... What is that?
Yo, that's probably what 2025 is gonna be, and we're gonna hear sounds outside like the Hunger Games, bro. Like 2025, this is just shaping to be the theme, maybe the theme music for it, whatever. But yeah. Just open your windows and just hear the sounds, fam. Those are the sounds of 2025.
But what you looking at is a quiet neighborhood in Memphis for right now. I'm gonna walk around here, y'all. Since I got y'all on live, if something happened to me, let me know y'all up in here. So if something happened to me, y'all can't say, well, we was on the live and saw what happened to. I'm going around the house, y'all. All right, this is where I've been hearing my bedroom window. It's right there. Oh, Lord, y'all, here comes somebody. We gotta pause it. Here comes somebody. All right, they passed. Okay. I'm pushing my light there, y'all. That's where something jumps off of my house and over my fence. And I'm right there at the window. I can hear it so good. My camera will start making some kind of noise, you know, like it's messing with the electricity or something when it happens. Let me know if y'all see something. I'm trying. I don't want to mess with the neighbors.
I have 3 digital clocks in my house. They are, I plug, you know, they electrical. You can put batteries in them, but I use I plug them in. And we set all 3 clocks to the same time. Y'all listen to me. We set it to, of course, our phone, the times on our phones. All of a sudden, these clocks have fallen behind 2 minutes. So me and someone I know, we were discussing that the government is doing certain things when we are asleep. Why does it get light, you know, daylight after 7? And then it gets dark for something 5 o'clock. And all of a sudden, a clock that is plugged in, and it's not that old, so don't be like, oh, because it's wearing out. No, it's not even a year old. Why is the clock all of a sudden falling back a couple of minutes? I just thought about this morning. The person that I was talking to said, I think they're doing something when we're asleep. And I know it sounds kind of like a conspiracy theory every time people say they, and we're not, you know, specifying who they is. But we know who they are. The powers that be, okay? They're doing things when we are asleep. No way. I've lived long enough. Look at my face. I'm not young. I lived long enough to know that something ain't right. Something is not right with this time. We see more darkness than we see daylight. It wasn't always like that. And you know, sometimes you want to ignore when people say things like, oh, the government is doing this and that, and they messing with this and that. And we want to ignore it because, not because we don't notice it, but because we don't want to think about it. Because what can we do about it? Right? What can we do about it? But at the same time, they're making it more and more obvious, like in your face. I'm telling you about the clocks that I have in my house. I bought 3 big digital clocks. And I wanted to go a little bit old school and do some old school things. So I bought these digital clocks for my house. And they were plugged in. They're with electricity. Why are they falling behind 2 minutes? We don't control the time in our phone. We're just, you know, sitting around. There's nothing that like the ordinary individual can do about it. You just have to act like we're all dummies and just let it happen. That's what we're doing anyway.
Hey, listen, I agree with her. I've been saying that though, bro. I know fall, you fall back. You know what I mean? Spring, you spring forward. But bro, it feels like it gets dark so early. And when I'm in here recording and stuff like that, bro, there's no windows in here, right? So I'm in my room and there's no windows in here. So it's like when I come in here and sit down, it's daylight. When I walk out, it's dark, and that messes me up every single time. And I have to look down at my phone or something like that and be like, yo, what time is it? And each day it seems like it gets darker quicker than it did the day before. Like, yeah. I definitely resonate with what she's saying. Like, I've been feeling like that here lately. Not like always, but it just seemed like now. They could be doing something when we sleep, though. She might be on to something.
The dead internet theory is literally my favorite conspiracy theory right now because it makes so much sense. Listen, so basically like in 2016, the internet had an apocalypse. Follow me. The end of the world happened in the internet realm in 2016. And from 2016, the only thing you see on the internet is just bots. Like humans make a small portion of the internet. Majority of the internet is just bots and artificial intelligence stuff. And to me, it makes so much sense. Like nobody seems real unless you're in your spaces. Like I'll see comments on TikTok page, but I'm like, this doesn't feel like it's a real page. Like majority of these pages don't be real. They just post edits, but in the comments, you mean tell me nobody wants to post themselves no more? Like even me, I'll be seeing people follow me, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is like a little something. I click on the profile picture. It's the weekend. Like, don't get me wrong, I know we in a reserved spam in a generation, but nobody wants to post what they look like or who they are anymore. I'll be on Twitter, and it's like a viral post going on, and you'll see like these comments from these pages with no profile picture, and it be the most elegant sentence you'll ever see. You actually click on the page, it's been nothing but gibberish the whole time, but just so happened this one time you dragging Meghan Markle. Nah, like it's just bots interacting with each other. It's bots that have migrated into other bots. It's gotten to the point the bots don't even know they not real. Like I'm gonna test it. If this video cracked through the algorithm, just scroll through the comment section and just see like if you see like something off. The dead internet theory is literally.
They do, and I think that's a like another way to control us or make us feel or guide us into the direction they want to, based on how we feel or you know what I'm saying. So if we put a post out and we looking for some type of response and they're giving it to us to feel a certain type of way or guide, I don't know, bro. I just feel like, yeah, those bots be in there, but those bots be having like an objective. And I don't know where it's wanting to steer us to or towards, but it does, bro. I feel the same way about that.
You feel like the ultra wealthy should be paying more in taxes?
We should pay more. If I was in charge of the tax system, I would have paid a lot more in taxes. I'd have about a third as much money as I have. Now, Bernie would go further. He would basically say that you can never be a billionaire, that at that point, the government's going to take away 100%. And I'd be worried that, you know, the distortions and the disincentive would go too far. Maybe I'm biased, right. But I would collect a lot more from people like myself in order to, you know, reduce the deficit and have a more generous safety net. And I'm also a big believer in the state estate tax. Actually, my dad, who's deceased tonight, did a lot of work saying, hey, this is how you prevent dynasties and encourage people to do more philanthropy. You know, if you have slightly higher taxes, but you let people do philanthropy, that's really great. Yeah.
You feel like
I've been thinking about that a lot too. Like, you know what I mean? Always trying to throw that in the atmosphere that I want to be a billionaire, want to hit a billy, want to reach a billy. But you know what I mean? Like, you can't possibly spend that money in this lifetime or the next. You probably can't spend that all. You know what I mean? So then what happens with it? And then the other thing I've been constantly thinking about is like, we don't own anything. Like, don't own anything, bro. The craziest thing to me is the fact that you could pay your home off and still have it taken away if you fall behind in taxes. Like, to me, that's insane. Then why did I buy this home and you say it's mine? Is it? Is it? And then, like, it's just so many questions that I have that to me seem like common sense that they shouldn't be doing to us.
Is this a message from some higher intelligence or something else? As an experienced reporter, I'll just tell the facts as they happened. It was a cold, foggy night on southern Lake Michigan, clouds covering the moon, the planets, and all the stars. But there were these bright orbs, shimmering and shining through all the weather. Most of us have now heard stories about these unusual orbs. If you haven't heard about them yet, you're probably only getting censored mainstream media. Anyway, we've heard people say the orbs can actually hear people, so for fun we asked it if it had a message for humanity.
Yes, if you have messages, we are curious people.
About a minute later, my wife captured this with her phone. Seeing the orbs with her own eyes first, she used the phone to zoom in on them, and this is what she saw. I will leave it up to you to interpret, but we saw two locks in the sky bound together, potentially a message that humanity is locked in low-level thinking right now and could use some more freedom. Or maybe it means there are secrets still being kept from us, and we need to raise our frequency before the locks will open. And then shortly after the show, we were joined by two bright orbs who seemed to hang out and dance. Follow for more updates.
Лена Анатольевна, мы вот сами не можем поверить. Мы пошли погулять.
Мы сейчас видели это.
И вот здесь вот такое чудо.
Well, I was reporting how many people had to ditch their cars, go on foot, evacuate the fire zone. Look at how many people had to do that. I have never seen anything quite like this. We are talking about hundreds of cars on Sunset Boulevard, and it does appear to get the correct machinery into this fire zone. You can see that many of the cars now have dents on them. And I just confirmed with LA County Fire that their bulldozer, LA County Fire's bulldozer, did in fact have to move these cars, push them off to the side in order to make a path. Well, I was reporting
as if we needed something else to deal with right now, bro. Like, just let us breathe for a minute, man. Jeez. Come on. Like, I was literally just talking about the earthquake that took place. Like, golly.
Step off the sun. Pretty amazing, but yeah.
Bro, I swear this is like on some, what is it, the movie A Day After Tomorrow or something? Like, what's happening, bro? Like, y'all let me know if I feel like I'm crazy. Like, does this just seem normal? We go through this many things at one time like this? I don't remember.
Dramatic and chaotic. In just 20 minutes, this fast-moving wildfire exploded from 10 to 200 acres, pushed by ferocious winds.
This is a spot fire started by embers. This home is going to go up in flames. There are not firefighters around here. They're simply stretched too thin. You can't even see through the smoke. This entire mountainside is covered in flames, the wind pushing them up to 50 feet into the sky.
Little buddy, I don't think you need to be breathing that. You know what I mean? When the outside changes color like that to that color, I don't think you need to be there, fam. Like, that stuff can really jump like across the street to you quickly. Like, things can change with that type of wind you're dealing with, bro. Yeah, you're in a hot zone.
This neighborhood under threat right now. At least 5 homes destroyed, and you've got people in panic as they're trying to evacuate. Come on, guys!
That included our crew.
We gotta go!
As thousands evacuated, there was gridlock and frustration near the iconic Sunset Boulevard and Pacific Coast Highway.
I'm just trying to go save a man's life.
Many had to abandon their cars to flee.
There's a lot of fire right there. That's why the people coming.
Firefighters call this the worst-case scenario. Hurricane-force wind gusts pushing flames into bone-dry brush.
I mean, just look how much has changed in just a couple minutes.
CBS Los Angeles reporter Amanda Starantino was on the balcony of a multi-million-dollar mansion.
The heat is coming right against you. The smoke is billowing towards us.
can see this fire burning behind us right now.
My colleague Carter Evans lives in one neighborhood under threat.
I'm in the back of this home trying to help the firefighters because they asked me for help because he couldn't get over the gate. So I'm trying to get the flames out. I'm at the end of the hose.
Looks like we got most of this hillside.
Southern California has seen back-to-back fires. This one just 10 miles away from last month's fire in Malibu. In November, fire destroyed more than 200 structures 30 miles north of here in Ventura County. Large planes are now using the Pacific Ocean to scoop up water, a valiant attempt to fight these fast-moving and ever-worsening flames.
And we've retreated to a safer location, but tonight this neighborhood is still on fire and the worst is yet to come. Wind gusts expected to exceed 100 miles per hour overnight. That's the equivalent of a Category 2 hurricane barreling down, Nora.
Jonathan, this is such a dire situation. I know that you have covered so many fires. What makes this different for firefighters? What's the challenge?
The wind. He ain't even got to say it. The wind is the biggest challenge, bro, right now. Like, if that wind don't calm down, it's already a problem, but it's going to get worse.
The roads here are incredibly narrow. It's been difficult for those crews to access the homes on fire. Then we talk about the panic of the evacuees. We were here on Sunset Boulevard. More than 100 cars, according to officials, were abandoned, and we watched as Good Samaritans got out of their cars to safely direct those evacuees out of harm's way. A long night ahead tonight, Nora.
All right, thinking of your safety and others, Jonathan Vigliotti, thank you very much.
You can see this row of houses behind me being engulfed. There appear to be some people on the other side of the street. You can hear the hissing of the gas and the fire engulfing these homes. It's also in the back here, up there, and this row of houses right here as well, catching fire. You can see the smoke billowing from the eaves right there. The chimney gone, the row behind them on fire as well. And behind me you can see some folks trying to save their house, spraying with their hoses, but it doesn't look like it's possible. The whole side of this street here is on fire at this point. Everything is catching fire here. Trash bins, shrubs, trees, houses. The smoke is unbearable at this point. We've just seen, 4 or 5 houses go up over the past few minutes here. Spot fires are caused by the embers being cast by that wind, and they're igniting homes everywhere we look here in Pacific Palisades. You can see this row of houses.
Listen, man, I'll be the first to apologize to the planet, bro. I don't know what we did to make it angry. I don't know what we said to make it angry, but I apologize, bro. Like the wrath that is casting on us right now, bro. Oh, I apologize, fam. Like, we ain't mean it. We ain't mean nothing by it, bro. It's your world. You know what I'm saying? It's your world, bro. Like, sheesh.
The President of the United States happens to be in town. It didn't take more than a text message to get the FMAG approved, which means we're getting reimbursed for the vast majority of these costs. No politics, no hand-wringing, no kissing of the feet. The President of the United States said, yes, what else do you need? Emergency proclamations being drafted as we speak. And I just want to thank the President, because that's something I don't take for granted, and something we should not take for granted at this moment in American history. So thank you, President Biden, as well.
I haven't seen this in 33 years. We've been up here 33. This is a first. We on the 1st at 1 a.m. in the morning, there was a fire up there, and they got it quickly in like 4 hours. But this is the worst we've ever seen.
How strong did the winds get here for you?
They were really bad. They were like 50 miles an hour. They were going like crazy.
So you're not surprised to see this?
Well, I'm surprised, because even with very high winds before, we've never seen this happen. But this is like all over. It's just all over.
It's really taken over this neighborhood.
Whole thing, yeah. I heard the school down there also. There's a fire down there.
What have you been hearing from your neighbors? Because a lot of you have been talking, communicating.
Freaked out, and we were all shaking. The fire department have been the most amazing humans. They hugged us. They said, don't worry, we'll take care of you. And they've been amazing, literally. I haven't seen this in...
Bro, that's why whenever you see a firefighter, man, just tell them you appreciate them, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'll go a long way for them. Trust me, bro. Just tell them thank you, man, and appreciate what you do, bro. Because this right here, this is finna be a long day for them, a long night for them, a long, however long this takes, bro. Like, they ain't about to get no rest. You know what I'm saying? They'll have some crews come in and stuff like that. They'll go find somewhere to get a little bit of rest, get right back to it. And this is, bro, you ever watch a boxer go through a 12-round fight and at the end just look like he's worn out, tired, exhausted, beat up? That's what them firefighters gonna feel like, bro, but they gotta keep going.
I live right here. It's that building is on fire right here.
Wow, is that a condominium, an apartment?
It's a old folks home. So about 200 people in there.
This Palisades fire broke out at around 10:30 this morning Pacific time, and in just over an hour's time, it grew to over 200 acres, and it is still spreading fast. We are under an extreme wind event, and that is fueling this fire. It is extremely smoky, and off here to our right, that is the Temescal Park area. There are homes in there. We have seen some major flames flaring up throughout the day, and it is now too smoky for the air attack to continue. This is among the areas under a mandatory evacuation order. We've talked to residents who've been torn about whether to stay or go, and just in the past hour or so, a lot of people now heading out.
Now, let me tell you why I have a problem with her just standing there with a mask on, talking and giving a report. I get what she's trying to do, a job and everything like that, but she's breathing in everything that's burning, right? And you'd be like, well, she's on the outside, still and all, bro. All that smoke she's inhaling whatever's furniture-wise that's burning inside those homes. Whatever's in there, the wallpaper, the paint on the wall, everything that's burning has some type of toxic something in it. You know what I mean? And she's breathing all of that in, bro. Like, I get they got a job to do and they be trying to get us the information, bro, but that to me just is not safe. Why do you think firefighters don a whole SCBA mask and everything, PPE, and go inside of a house fire, bro? Because that stuff that burns in there is bad, super bad. Everything from the couches to all kind of different things that people have in their house. Nowadays, people got everything in their homes. So you breathing that in, bro. That stuff gets you in the long run, man.
Hey, bro, since the 1980s, the average rent price done went up damn near 4 times. And the cost of food done went up like 4 times. Yeah, that too. And the cost of every object you could buy with money has also went up 4 times. Yeah, quadruple. That was the plan. And you see, that's fine and all, but you know, the amount of money that we get paid to pay for all that ain't went up that much. Yeah, for sure. I know that was the goal the whole time. But why? Because we figured out 50 years ago that if we just build our great lives today on the back of the future generations, then we'll be dead or damn near finna die before we have to pay for any of this. And y'all just fix it. What about the American dream? Yeah, sure, see, that was for us. We paid for the American dream that we lived in the past using the future that y'all live in today. So we lived for it back then, and y'all gonna pay for it today. That makes sense? Yeah, it make a lot of sense, but you don't think that's evil?
Tens of millions of Americans dig out from the first major winter storm of the new year. Indiana, Pennsylvania, Maryland, and New Jersey are among nearly a dozen states that have been buried in snow and ice since Sunday. In the hardest hit areas, it's up to 1.5 feet deep. That means dangerous conditions on the roads along a stretch of more than 1,000 miles from the Central Plains all the way to the Northeast. At least 5 people have been killed in crashes in Kansas and Missouri. Thousands of flights have been impacted, and hundreds of thousands of homes and businesses have lost power. We have a team of reporters covering the widespread impacts, beginning with CBS News meteorologist Rob Marciano, who's on the National Mall in an area better known for cherry blossoms, but looks different tonight. Good evening, Rob.
Good evening, Nora. I know pink blossoms here tonight in January. Nothing but white. D.C. getting slammed with the worst snowstorm they've seen in at least 5 years. Nearly 8 inches of snow falling, and it's still coming down. Parts of Kansas seeing 20 inches of snow. In the past 3 days, this storm has made a ferocious trek across the country.
Over a half a foot of winter white quickly piling up in the nation's capital. A city that averages just over 18 inches of snow a year. So its relatively small fleet of plows is struggling to keep the roads clear. Work crews using smaller scale tactics to move the snow, power sweepers and leaf blowers on sidewalks. And lots of hand shovelers like T. McKeevy, one of many workers hired to help for the day.
It's kind of tough. I wish I had a snow blower.
Allison Gitlin is a federal employee using her snow day as a rare D.C. ski day. Even the giant pandas at the National Zoo are getting in on the fun. This is the same system that buried parts of the Midwest over the weekend, hitting Kansas City, Missouri with its biggest blizzard in 3 decades. And the storm is still making a mess on the highways, stranding drivers and stalling tractor trailers.
I'm Manuel Bajorquez traveling north along I-65 in Kentucky, where conditions go from bad to worse the closer you get to Louisville. Along the outskirts of the city, we drove past.
See, this is why I told my family, because we supposed to be getting some here in north of Atlanta, bro, and it ain't me. It's just the people that don't know how to drive. So, and for that reason, I won't be going nowhere. Period, bro. No, I don't. I'm getting everything I need, so I ain't got to be amongst the crazy drivers that's trying to drive in this madness. No.
Past emergency crews on the scene of a car that slid off the road and ended up on its side. The icy conditions captured by one person who rolled down their car window only to reveal a sheet of ice. The concern is a thick enough coating could bring down branches, leading to power outages. Louisville saw the most snow on a single day in 25 years Sunday, with 9 inches. More fell today as people tried to dig out.
I'm Chris Van Cleve at Chicago O'Hare Airport. Crews here are dealing with freezing rain and frigid temperatures. That is causing delays across the board here, in part because every single airplane has to be de-iced. In other parts of the Midwest, all the way out to the Northeast, airports are being impacted from this storm. In many places, it's digging out from or being hammered by snow. That means thousands of delays and cancellations today alone. And this is going to be a challenging week as another storm is set to move through.
Hold up, wait a minute. So y'all fly in this type of weather? Y'all like to fly in that? Go up in that? Y'all crazy, bro. Yeah, I learn something new about y'all flyers every day, bro. Y'all crazy.
Rob?
We do have another one coming, an update from Reagan National. They are shutting down the runways there tonight to clear the snow so that they don't have things refreeze on the airfield in the morning, because that's what's going to happen. And we'll see temperatures dropping tonight. Take a look at some of these numbers across really the eastern 2/3 of the country. It's going to feel like 13 degrees in Louisville. It can feel like -5 in Kansas City. And this will settle down into the south come Wednesday and Thursday, which is bad news with the next system that's coming into Texas on Thursday. Dallas may get a little bit of snow with this. Little Rock back into Nashville, Louisville, more snow heading towards Ohio on Friday. Then where it goes from there, we're not quite sure yet, but one thing is for sure, tens of millions of Americans are going to feel problems with this yet again. Nora?
That is quite a forecast. The only people celebrating, those kids who've got school canceled again for tomorrow. Rob Marciano, thank you so much.